and happy day one, weekend one of Halloweekend Readathon. I'm sitting here on Thursday morning, which is the first day of the readathon, October 2nd. I have made breakfast, which is avocado toast with burrata and hot honey. This is a new breakfast for me, so let's try it together. It's gonna be a little messy to eat, but it's good. I just discovered burrata. Oh my gosh, it's life-changing. I also have my little cauldron mug that my secret pal at work got me. It says freshly brewed coffee in this like iridescent cauldron. I love it. Anyway, if you're like, what is Halloweekend? That sounds really weird. This is a readathon put together by Lexi over at Books with Lexi. I will link the announcement video and all of the other information as well as her down below in the comment box. But basically, there's a board game and you play through it, and by playing through it, you get prompts. You can either choose reading prompts, activity prompts, or both, and you are trying to escape a haunted house. There's little ghosts to interact with. You can collect equipment along the way, but I haven't even done a roll yet. So I need to figure out what I'm reading and doing on this very busy weekend. So I have got the game board pulled up on Canva, and I thought we would do our roll together. So first thing we need to do is we need to roll our dice. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Let's roll the dice. And we got a 3. So we are gonna start down here in the scary room and go 1, 2, 3, which lands us on 15 in the scary room. So let's go see what that prompt is. Do you guys like the permanent cat imprint back there? But I said this was the scary room. The green room is the living room, and it is definitely the dark room. So I rolled the dice, I got a 3 and landed on prompt 15, which is to read a book recommended by a YouTuber. I have the perfect book. House of Bane and Blood by Alexis L. Menard. I tried to say that in a clip a second ago and I could not get it out of my mouth, so I am very proud of myself. So why is this book dark? Well, first of all, it's got the word blood in it, and this cover just kind of screams dark to me. From the people that I watch that read romantasy, and even some of the people that don't read romantasy, this book has been highly regarded over the past year and a half. And I've seen it everywhere. It's also a little daunting for me to pick up because I am a very black and white romantasy person. Either it is perfect for me or I hate it. So I don't know how this book is going to be, but I saw it at Barnes & Noble. The price wasn't bad, and I decided to pick it up the other day. I actually picked it up on a day I left my Kindle at work, and I was feeling sad about that, so I went to Barnes & Noble. I am outing myself here. It's a little bit thick, and I have started, but I'm only about 50 pages into a almost 400-page book, so we're gonna count it. There is one more book I need to get on my list, whether I roll for it or not, because I have book club Sunday, so I might do another roll just to see if I can get this book on my TBR this weekend. That is The Names by Florence Knapp. I think that's the correct author. But this is my teacher book club pick for Sunday, and I haven't started it. Well, that's a lie. I started the audio this morning. So it's not a very long audiobook, and yeah, I'll roll later and I'll either do an activity prompt if the reading prompt doesn't work, or I will cross my fingers that I get this. But these are my 2 books I have to read over this weekend regardless, and I'm very excited about Halloweekend. Today's a crazy day. I have work. We're having a cookout at work, which is very exciting. Something that the administration does for the teachers every year, so I'm pumped about that. And then I'm gonna come home. If I'm able to hop on kickoff sprints, I'm gonna do that. And then me and my friend are seeing Mamma Mia at a local community theater this evening, and I'm also very excited about that. And then when I get home, I'm gonna try and stay awake because it's Taylor album release day. So a busy Thursday ahead of us. Let's get rolling. While I have a second, I'm also gonna see if I can get The Names on my TBR, because I didn't bring a book to school with me today and I have that audiobook. So 3, let's see, 1, 2, let's go to 9, and then I'll go see what that prompt is. Okay, hear me out. The prompt is to read a book with fall colors on the cover, and I would not call this a fall cover. However, when I think of Halloween, I think of orange, purple, and like lime green, and they're all there. So we're counting it. Did I get all the way through the room? The answer to that is no. But I think by getting like an activity prompt, if I don't finish these 2 books, I will get out of the room. So we'll see where we go next, but The Names and House of Bane and Blood are my weekend reads. Let's go. My little dragon. He is so ready to read. Hey guys, I thought I would update you while I touch my makeup up. I'm home from work and I did hop on to Halloweekend kickoff sprints. My mirror is so old and dirty. Don't look at that.
but I have started The Names by Florence Knapp. I feel so silly, like I don't do makeup in front of people, but anyway, this book is very, very interesting. It is following, why don't I just use the viewfinder? Why do I need the mirror? We are following a mother whose name is Cora and her daughter, whose name is Maya, and her awful husband, whose name is Gordon, and we don't like Gordon. Gordon is awful. There are definitely triggers for domestic abuse in this book, which I was warned about beforehand, so I did know that going in. And then we are following also their son, and the story, the premise, the plot and everything kind of revolves around their son. Both of those words apply, because we are following 3 different realities of this family in which Cora decides a different name for their son, because Gordon, the awful father, wants him to be like Gordon the Fifth or something. And so in one of these realities, he is named Gordon, and we see how his awful father's name affects him as he grows up. In one storyline, the daughter Maya wants to name him Bear, and Cora names him Bear. And so we see what his life is like with this name. And then in another alternate reality, Cora is trying to figure out how she can name him something that still means something to Gordon, because she's still trying to placate him, but she's also trying to like alter her life's trajectory as well as her son and her daughter. And so the compromise she comes to mentally in her head is to name him Julian, because Julian means Sky Father, not to be confused with the book Sky Daddy. And so it's still like a nod to Gordon, but it's also its own thing. And the story is really about how names and how our perception of who we are can change the trajectory of the rest of your life. And so the beginning of the book, I will say, was a little bit of a drag, because we're literally following the same scene of her going to the registrar and picking out a name. But awful Gordon, his response to the different names changes the rest of the story. And so we're seeing how the family grows up, we're seeing how they're affected by it, we're seeing some realities where they are able to get away from Gordon, we're seeing some realities where Gordon is still very much a presence in their life. And I only have 3 hours of the book left, so I've allegedly listened to a lot of it today. It still feels like I haven't really gotten into the meat of the story, but my thoughts are it's written very well. I am not typically a literary fiction girl. I did love Normal People and I love Frederick Bachman, but I feel like those are their own thing. So I don't have a strong feeling towards this book other than I needed to read it for book club. But right now I'm trying to touch my makeup up because Brent and I are gonna go see Mamma Mia. We have some friends who are in it. My friend Emily, who did my first community theater show with me, Noise is Off, is in it. She is playing Donna, which is so funny because she's younger than me, and I didn't try out because I didn't think I was old enough to play Donna. Also, like, Emily is a way better singer than me, but Emily is Donna, so we're gonna go support her, and then after the show we're gonna go get dinner, which means I'm really hungry right now. But we did have a cookout at school today, so like I don't need to eat anything right now, but it's gonna be a long time till I have food. I did make an iced coffee, and I thought it was a perfect time to use my new cup that my friend Amanda got me for my birthday. And oh, what a perfect color combo. Taylor Swift's album comes out later tonight. Like literally guys, I'm going to the show, I'm going to eat, I'm not sleeping because Taylor's album comes out tonight. But I did some nails to celebrate the album release. So these are just like Glamnetic press-ons, but if you don't know, her album is kind of like orange and aqua. Oh my gosh, that's perfection. But yeah, I will update you on House of Bane and Blood later. I have started it, but right now I'm kind of focusing on the names so I hate to say like get it over with. It's just not my cup of tea of a book, but that doesn't mean it's a bad book. So that's where we're starting the weekend, and I had a lot of fun with my friends on sprints, but I had to go, sadly. But also, yay, because I get to go see theater. I get to go experience theater, which is one of the places in this world where my heart is happy, and I'm excited to do so. This lighting, it's a little bit harsh. It's ring light, but I like my makeup. I think it looks good. I don't know what I'm wearing. I don't want to wear this. I don't like my arms in this, but I'm trying to go like blues because like Mamma Mia and like Santorini and Greece. Y'all don't care about this. I'll be back when I have book things to say. Hey y'all, Oh my gosh. Okay, we have a lot to chat about. And in the last 24 hours, it's really not about books that I have to talk about. But we are going to read tonight because I am hosting Halloween sprints tonight. So I'll see some of you guys in a little bit. But in the last 24 hours, I saw Mamma Mia, went to Applebee's, have listened to the new Taylor Swift album like 5 times in a row, and taught my last day before fall break. So I am officially a free teacher for 9 days. Hallelujah. I think I needed a break from the kids. I think the kids needed a break from me, and it's time to mentally reset. I also, because of the Taylor album release, right? Me and my friends like to go all out. I'm playing with my bangs because I cut them today, which is part of the story. Okay, so I wore my Taylor Eras shirt to school today. It is since been removed and replaced because when I get home, it's crew neck all the way. But we got, and it's so hard, the ring lighting is not doing it justice, but we got the glitter freckles like she wore to the football game that one time. These are the showgirl colors, so they're silver and teal and orange, and we had so much fun with them today. I brought my hair tinsel from the Eras tour, and we did that today. This side is looking a little wonky. Pretend it blends in perfectly. And then I really liked what was going on with my hair today. It was kind of like falling into place like bangs would, and so I trimmed them. If they don't look bad, don't tell me because I like them. And I'm so tempted. Like, if I had finer hair, I would love to go this short, like as short as my bangs are right now. But my hair is so thick that if I cut it short, it just kind of boops out and it just looks like a triangle. And the lady that I go to doesn't like to use thinning shears. And I don't know who else to go to because cutting your hair is expensive. So I just kind of like take scissors to it whenever I feel like it. And sometimes mistakes are made, but at the end of the day, at least for me, who was fortunate with very thick hair just, it grows back. And it's not that big of a deal. But I do have this like silver iridescent hair tinsel in, and then it's pulled back right now. But I did some light bluish teal as well. So Mamma Mia was very cute. It was a community theater production. Some of the singing was absolutely amazing. My friend Emily killed it as Donna for sure. And then there were some parts that I just was like guffawing. Brent told me that like my belly laugh came out. When they came out, the ensemble came out in their flippers and were essentially tap dancing in flippers. Like, I lost it. I've never seen the movie. So this was my first experience with Mamma Mia. And then after that, we went to Applebee's just because A, we were hungry, and B, I wanted to kill time before Taylor. So I got a French onion soup, which is one of my favorite things. And then I came home and I listened to the album. I went to sleep at 2:30 last night. So I am surviving on coffee and the energy that Miss Taylor Allison Swift gives me. And I, for one, really enjoyed the album, which is funny because I am one that typically enjoys her more fountain or quill pen eras, the ones where she is very verbose and referential to the classics and writes the songs that make me feel big feelings. This album is not a big feeling album with the exception of a couple songs. This album is just her having fun and living in her happiest era that she's been in a long time, and I am really, really enjoying it. I've seen critiques from people online, but at the end of the day, I'm having fun with the album, and I hate yucking other people's yums. I hate seeing people feel defeated because something that they love got tore down and it's not theirs. Like, it doesn't make sense for them to defend it, but it's almost like an attack on them because you're like, well, if you love this thing, that says something about you. I don't want to be that person, and so I don't want people to be that for me. And so if you don't like the album, like, your opinion is so valid, but like, I don't want to talk about it with you. I want to talk about it with people that are experiencing it with me, and it might not be their favorite album. It's not my favorite album, but I'm having fun. And every time we get a new album from her, we're just diving deeper into her brain and we're connecting with her because ultimately she's a storyteller who writes in order to connect. And yeah, I'm proud of her, my little fellow 1989 baby. But what are my favorite songs? I'm gonna be the annoying eldest daughter that says eldest daughter is my favorite song, but also my favorite Taylor songs are always the big emotional, like Dress is one of my favorite songs, Champagne Problems, 'Tis the Damn Season, Exile, Hoax, these big clean, these big feeling songs, they are my favorites from her. And so it makes sense that eldest daughter is my favorite, but because I also have the emotional tie-in of eldest daughter, favorite. I giggle every time I talk about it, y'all. I love the song Wood. I love the Jackson 5 feel to it, but I like her little cheeky call outs to Travis, the person who's making her so happy right now. Like, girl, sprinkle it in. I'm happy for you. If we like it when Sabrina does it, what's wrong with Taylor doing it? So I enjoyed that. I really like Actually Romantic. It's got that 90s grunge Weezer feel to it. I like Ruin the Friendship, bawled my eyes out, and Father Figure and Fate of Ophelia. I feel like those are my favorites. Opalite is so fun to just kind of like dance and groove to, and it's not like explicit in any sense of the word, so I like that there's like still a family friendly bop on this album. So I'm going to continue listening to that this weekend, which is going to make it hard to listen to my audiobook. I have sprints in like an hour and 15 minutes, and y'all, my neighbor has been getting my mail unbeknownst to me, and she's been out of town. So today she got back and she was like, I got some mail from you, and I got a letter from September the 12th from my aunt being like, I'm sorry about your back problems. It is now October the 3rd. So she sent me a DoorDash card. So I DoorDashed dinner tonight. I DoorDashed one of my favorite restaurants that is about half an hour away, but they had like a no delivery if you ordered something over $12, a no delivery fee. So I ordered a Greek wrap and some cottage fries tonight, and I'm gonna try and be healthy the rest of fall break, but I was like, let's kick it off strong with one of my favorite meals. And then tonight I'll update you on sprints. I've been talking for 7 minutes. It's time for me to shut up.
Good morning, guys. Happy Saturday. I have no idea how far I am to House of Bane and Blood, but I read a little bit last night and then I listened while I was getting ready this morning, and I feel like I read quite a few chapters. I will put a progress bar up here if I remember, but also knowing my brain, I probably won't. So let's just say I'm like 25% of the way into the book. And I am surprisingly really enjoying this. Romantasy is something that is so freaking hit or miss for me. And a lot of the times, the only thing that makes romantasy a miss is just the writing. And it feels like so much is copy pasted from book to book. And this is not saying anything about people that like that is the only thing that they read. They read it because they enjoy it. I'm just looking for like something else. This frame of mind could be applied to many things. Like, I love that people love it so much, and I am looking for that thing that makes me love it too. So this book has been really fun. I feel like the writing is so solid. You'll find little clunky moments in almost any book. Nobody is a perfect writer and nobody has a perfect editor. So there have been a few sentences that make me go, that could have sounded better. But as far as like the writing and making me feel immersed in the world, and the world is really cool. It's like gas lamp, a little steampunk. There's a lot of technology and welders and metal and trains. So you're thrown into a world that feels quite different from your typical, there's a princess and a castle and a knight and a blah, and blah, and a blah. So I'm really enjoying that experience. But I'm also enjoying the dynamic between our two main characters, Camilla and Nico. Camilla is very Spitfire, but not in like an assassin and so badass kind of way. And I'm going to take initiative to get things done myself, and sometimes I'm bad at it, but I'm still going to try. That's the kind of Spitfire spunkiness I like to see. And then Nico, we've only gotten one chapter from his POV so far, but I really like him too. He is missing a hand, and he has this like bionic metal hand that's very cool for a lot of different things. And these two have come together in a marriage, not because they love one another, but because it is a betterment for both of the situations that they're in. Camilla was about to marry somebody that would have been so bad for her, and Nico needs her and her name to get some things done for his family, but they are from two rival families, and so this union is very like, let's all raise our eyebrows at it. We are also in Nico's manor for the first part of the book, and you meet all of his relatives. It feels like a big like Italian family welcoming in an outsider, and there's this scene where all of the girls are cooking together, all of the cousins and the sisters and the grandmothers, and they're all cooking together, and Camilla is like, I'm gonna be in charge of the meat. And the grandmother is like, excuse me? And she's like, yeah, I'm doing it. And the grandmother's like, well, you better do it good. And then when Nico comes home, she's like, I want you to try my caper sauce and compare it to your grandmother's. And he's like, I'm sorry, Grandma, I like Camilla's better. So I'm having a really good time with it. It is just like enjoyable. There's nothing about listening that makes me go, let's turn it off for a little bit. Or maybe I should pick up another book, which, speaking of my other book, like, I haven't wanted to pick it back up. I might not finish it. It might be a DNF, and I am not going to feel sorry about that. But right now I need to go to Target because I have a pickup order order, and then I need to go into Target because I forgot to put things on my pickup order. And since we're going to be out and about, we might as well get lunch while we're out. And then I'm going to come back and I have a very long checklist that I need to start getting done today and finish by tomorrow. So let's go get some things done, and then when we get home, we will put our headphones on and we will keep listening to, we're gonna say Hobab. We're gonna keep listening to Hobab because I'm having a good time, and my shirt has ghosts on it. Okay, Target time. Here we go. I am back from Target and lunch. I did all of my stuff at Target, obviously, because that's what I'm talking about. And then there's a little Chinese restaurant next to Target that does a lunch special where you can get fried rice and an entree, but I opted to get a salad and an entree because just trying to eat more fresh foods, you know. So I got some salad and I got some sesame chicken, but I wanted to show you a couple of things that I got while I was out and about. And I can verify that I am 25% of the way through the book. Like, that's rough math, but that definitely looks like 25% to me. And that is page 134 out of just over 400 pages. So I'm glad that I had an accurate gauge of where I was. I did not listen to my book while I was out and about. I listened to the new Taylor Swift album, and I have been belting Father Figure in the car. Like, I don't know what it is about that song, but when she says, I make a deal with the devil because my figure, like, I lose my control. I'm having so much fun with this album. But okay, I enjoy doing my own nails, but lately I have been messing up a lot. So I have returned to the world of press-ons. These were my Life of a Showgirl release party nails. So I'm gonna keep these on through tomorrow because I'm going to the movie tomorrow. But I found the last 2 sets of Halloween nails that they had at Target. So the first pair is so cute. They're like these matte gray nails with little kooky cats on them. They're so these are gonna be like my cozy season Halloween nails through like mid-October. And then my actual Halloween nails, I guess like the last week of October. We got these like French manicure, like dipped in blood nails. I think these are a lot of fun. I am not like a bloody slasher horror Halloween kind of girl. I am a cozy witches, like, I don't know. I love Halloween. I love the kooky, like campy, creepy. I don't really like the slasher creepy, but I still think that these nails are a lot of fun. Okay, and then the most exciting thing is from Needle Stitch Co. This is a company that I had no idea existed until I started seeing some giveaway posts popping up on Instagram. I entered their giveaway and I didn't win, but I just fell in love with these crew necks. I only got one because they are pricey, but look at the packaging. I love Halloween. I love it so much. There were a lot of cute, like, strictly fall crew necks, but I wanted something that I could wear more than just in the fall, and I think I picked a good one. And honestly, this is the one that called to me the most out of all of them. Oh my gosh, the footage of me opening this package. I am glad that I will be editing that out. Okay, I said it wasn't really fall adjacent, but there is a pumpkin on it. That's okay. I'm still gonna wear this a long time. Look at it. It says Cozy Club member with this little teddy bear. I love him. I love him. I feel like I am like the cozy star. Like, I love cozy anything. So I won't be wearing that today because I'm about to get into the nitty gritty of some deep cleaning and I don't want to ruin that sweatshirt. I'm wearing this one. I love this sweatshirt, but it's got some like bleachy type stains on it that I don't know where they came from. So I'm gonna wear this while I clean. And like, I'm about to go scrub the bathroom. I'm about to go shampoo the carpets. So I'm gonna put my audiobook on my ears and we're gonna get to work. It's Sunday and I have 2 hours left of House of Bane and Blood. So I thought before I finished the book, I would come and give you some thoughts while I make breakfast and some coffee. So I am enjoying this book so much. Is it a perfect literary masterpiece? No. Is the plot engaging with good characters and a fun time? Yes. There are scenes where we are in a train, like hiding from other people, like on the run, but it's also like a little bit steamy. So that scene was so much fun. And then just like, okay, I typically in romantasy don't like the big bad warrior who's just so big and bad and so grumpy. That is one of the things that I have just found does not work with me in romantasy. This guy, he is a little grumpy. He's not big bad warrior. Like, he is very sleek and stylish, but he is so down bad for Camilla.
He is so down bad, and that is what I love to see. I love to see somebody who can't make rational thoughts when they're not with the person because that is what is occupying their brain. I like it when he is having to like restrain himself from the things that he would like to do because he thinks that she feels a certain way and he doesn't want to ruin that. I'm liking it. Okay. Also, really liking the family dynamics. This story is way more family driven than I was expecting it to be. A lot of the time in like more classic medieval romantasy, like people are leaving their families. Their families aren't necessarily a huge part of it. Now, is that always true? No, especially with like monarchy type stories, but like the families are so involved here and I am loving it. So I am eating it up. I'm having a really good time. 2 hours left. I'm definitely going to finish. I'm doing reading sprints with my patrons at noon, before book club, before the Taylor Swift movie. So we've got a busy day, but it's gonna be a good day. I think I'm gonna make a little fried egg toast on some sourdough for breakfast, and I'm feeling iced coffee today. So let's make that and sit down and enjoy the rest of this book. I said I was gonna read during sprints, but I really need to get this video edited, so that's what I've been working on. Maybe I'll get to read, but right now I'm making another cup of coffee because I feel dead. Sprints are over. I have changed into my Cozy Club member sweatshirt. Maybe I just need to wash it, but the only thing I am not loving about this is my size. Like typically I size up one more size in a sweatshirt. Like I got this true to size. The shoulders are like shoulder patty. They're like very pointy. And maybe again, they just need a wash. I don't know. But we're trying it today. I need to go ahead and do what is hopefully my last roll for halloweekend for the intimidating room, I believe is the one that I'm in right now. Maybe it's dark, I don't remember. We're in the living room, whatever the living room goes with, because I'm not gonna have time to read a whole other book. I'm not even done with House of Bane and Blood yet. So we're gonna go ahead and do a roll right now and figure out what activity I can do in order to get into the next room. And yeah, because we're about to have to go to book club. Then I have a Target pickup order with some very fun things that you guys convinced me to buy. And then to the Taylor Swift movie. So like we are going like this today. Boom, 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 boom. So let's do our roll. Let's figure out where we are in the house and we will go from there. Okay. 3. Okay, that's good. 1, 2, 3. So we are at prompt number 1, and then we will go into the dining room for next weekend. So let's see what prompt 1 in the green room is. Oh, well, this is perfect. Read a book that was published in the fall or watch halloweekend reading sprints. Y'all can't see what I'm pointing to. Here it is. Read a book that was published in the fall or watch halloweekend reading sprints. I don't know why I can't read and say the words out loud at the same time, but not only have I watched halloweekend reading sprints, I've been on halloweekend reading sprints. So once I have finished House of Bane and Blood, we will be all finished with the living room, and we will be on to the dining room, which is scary books for next weekend, which is so perfect. Why have I never filmed from this angle? I live in a small apartment. You would think I had filmed in every angle possible, but I have not. Hello. Well, that's exciting. House of Bane and Blood. We're gonna get this sucker done today. Still really loving it. Have like an hour left. Perfection. Absolute perfection. And then I will be doing a different vlog series during the week. We have halloweekend, we have other series. Everything is so exciting for us right now. I love that my neighbor is hosting book club because I can literally just throw my cookies in a container and walk over to her apartment. This is going to be so lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to say I finished House of Bane and Blood this morning. So, funny story, I have been having leaky pipes underneath my kitchen sink, and so I just knew maintenance was gonna come at some point this morning and fix it because they really like to come early. So I was up and like prepared for them to be here, and I was just listening to my audiobook because like, what do you guys do if you have like, if you rent and you're waiting on maintenance and then maintenance gets here and you live in a small apartment and they're here working and you're like, what do I do? Like, I don't want to hover over them. I don't have any work to do. So literally I put my headphones on and I typed to people on Discord to make myself look busy. And so they fixed it, and then I ran my dishwasher because I haven't been able to run my dishwasher since this problem started. And then when I started running my dishwasher, water everywhere. They forgot to hook up the pipe that goes from the dishwasher to the rest of the plumbing. So I have been cleaning up after that. Anyway, I finished this. The end started to feel a little convoluted, and I feel like this happens a lot of the time with me, not so much in fantasy, but in romantasy, where we're like, okay, we're plot, and then, oh, we're romance, and then all of a sudden, like, both things matter at the same time. That's when things start to feel convoluted to me, and that was true in this. However, the rest of the book was such a fun time that, like, I didn't really care, but I cared enough to not give it a 5-star. I'm gonna read the sequel. I thought this was a really, really fun romantasy book where the guy is just so down bad, and that's what I need. That's what I need in my heart. Also, things I need in my heart. I saw the Taylor Swift movie last night with my friend. That music video. I want to be her. I want to be her. She's just so fun. She wore the otter shirt, like seeing her dancing and all her wigs. And then my favorite part of it, because you know, me as a theater person, I love seeing people in their element, and watching her as a director, just like, it's so inspiring to me as somebody who, I mean, not that I'm a musician or a singer-songwriter or anything like that, but as a performer and as a director, I love seeing that energy just flowing. I love the way that she can communicate what she wants to see happen and make it happen. Like, that is a director right there. And like, it's really fun watching her direct with a stand-in, knowing that she's gonna take that place. I just thought that all of the imagery in the music video was stunning. And I'm not just talking about her. She was gorgeous, her dancers were gorgeous, but like the imagery. Before I go, I also have a book haul. Okay, hi. I changed locations so that you guys didn't get bored, because apparently that's a thing people do. Anyway, I was on Sprints with Patreon yesterday, and people were talking about this new like deluxe edition of One Dark Window, which I have not read yet, but like I keep meaning to read, especially now that I've read The Night and the Moth and I really liked her writing. And so I was like, oh yeah, those were like the Barnes and Noble special editions, like they were here and done. And they're like, no, there's new special editions. And then they also informed me that Target was having a buy two get one sale. And so here I am. Here we are. No regrets. After purchasing this, I went to book club and I was like, I have a suggestion, because we put like our suggestions in a jar and we pass it around, and the last one left standing ends up being our book club pick. This one won, so at least it's justified, right? So here's One Dark Window. She's like a black and silver and red moment. My phone is not picking up the foiling very well, but it is foiled. And then I will show you the other things. So here is the naked cover. Again, come on phone. There's the naked cover, foiled. We have end papers that are really cool looking. I think these are the Providence cards. And then also sprayed edges. All right, here's two twisted crowns. It's kind of like reverse. It's black and red with a silver moment. There's our book. This time it's the Providence cards, but like red. And then of course, this one has sprayed edges as well. I really like the raven in the card. And then you might be thinking, Heather, you just said that it was a buy two get one free sale, so you must have gotten a third book, to which I say you are not wrong. I got Arcana Academy by Elise Kova. This will be my first Elise Kova book, but I was hearing so many good things about this romantasy series, and it's funny, these all kind of deal with cards, but I'm excited to give this one a try. This one's not like a special edition, it just has gold sprayed edges. Isn't that crazy that we're now saying this is just like a book with sprayed edges, when 2 years ago a book with sprayed edges was a special edition? It's just mind-blowing to me, like the way book releases are going these days. While this isn't a special edition, there is some printing on the naked cover. And that's gonna wrap our video up. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for HalloWeekend week 1, in which I DNF'd the names, I read House of Bane and Blood, and I participated in HalloWeekend sprints, and therefore I have escaped my first room. Now, I know this might be a little bit more of a chill weekend because I did not go equipment or ghost hunting, but I am gonna try and do that next weekend. My weekends all of a sudden got a little bit busy. I have a friend staying with me next weekend, but like, he's a big reader too, so I should still have my reading time. And then I might be going out of town the next weekend, but I'm really gonna try and hunt these ghosties because why else are we here? If you watched all the way to the end of today's video, leave me a train emoji because if you don't know, trains are a huge part of House of Bane and Blood. And if you're interested in supporting my channel in any other way, I have all of my information linked down below, as well as all of the information for the HalloWeekend readathon. I hope we'll see you around for sprints or other videos, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye guys.